footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our AnyGivenSaturday.com Game of the Week preview between the Eastern Washington Eagles and the Montana State Bobcats. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Bobcats.
The Bobcats are on a 5-game winning streak, and it's mainly because of two reasons. Number one, the return of quarterback Denarius McGee, and two, a stifling defense. Teams now have to respect McGee's legs, so that opens things up for Cody Kirk on the ground. And what has happened defensively is that they're back to getting off the field and forcing turnovers. Now this week versus Eastern Washington, their pass defense will be put to the test, as the Eagles love to spread the field and force you to make plays in space. Now let's move over to Eastern Washington in this ballgame, and I love the speed and tempo that the Eagles play with, and their offensive line is lean, athletic, and they do a great job in the running game, sealing the edge and climbing to the second level, and also communicating well in the passing game. But as talented as they are on offense, they're just as talented defensively. The issue is that this is a defense that tends to give up the big play, and defending the perimeter running game, both of which are staples of Bobcats offense, they have problems with. But I love the secondary, but the front seven, in my opinion, has to find its consistency this week versus Montana State. The X factor for the Bobcats will be their interior offensive line. They do a great job already of climbing to the second level, and they do have a size advantage up front over Eastern Washington, so that'll be key in this game for Montana State. The X factor for the Eagles will be their offensive coordinator, Aaron Best. He has to stay multiple in his formations to keep this Montana State Bobcat defense off balance. If they can do that, they can definitely move the football up and down the field versus the Bobcats. Now here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For Montana State, they want to keep it inside in the running game. I've echoed this point throughout the entire video. They have to run inside versus the Eagles in order to have success. And the defensive line can't get reached by that offensive line of Eastern Washington. Otherwise, they're going to have a long day trying to stop the run. And the slot defenders must excel. Like I've mentioned before, the Eagles do a great job of putting pressure on your slot defenders to make plays, and that's what's going to have to happen in order for the Bobcats to have a chance. Now for Eastern Washington in this ballgame, the linebackers can't overread the run. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves out of position and get gashed on the ground, and they have to get these early stops defensively. That's the biggest key in this ballgame, and it actually ties into my third point. The cornerback, Ronald Banks, who's the field corner, going against Tanner Bleskin, their number one option. Take him away, force Denarius McGee to go to those other receivers in the passing game. Now here are some 2014 draft prospects you want to keep an eye on in this ball game. For Montana State, you look at Denarius McGee, an outstanding quarterback in my opinion. I think he may be better suited for the CFL game. I think he'll be a star north of the border. Tanner Bleskin, big-time wide receiver, 6'3", 218, a guy that does a great job in high pointing the football. And Cody Kirk has put together a very good senior campaign, 5'10", 215. Now for Eastern Washington, you look at TJ Lee III. Ignore his size. He's a phenomenal player and an excellent special teamer. Ashton Clark is a guy that does a great job in getting in and out of his breaks quickly. And strong side linebacker Ronnie Hamlin does a great job matching up versus opponents' tight ends, plays well in space, and also is a factor in the running game. Travis Lulay was a sensational quarterback for the Bobcats from 2002 to 2005, a 4-year starter that led the team in rushing as a senior with 611 and threw for over 10,000 yards in his career and passing for 58 touchdowns. And playing at the same time as Travis Lulay, Eric Meyer was a sensational quarterback as well. The 2005 Peyton Award winner also threw for over 10,000 yards in his career, 84 touchdowns to only 17 interceptions, which is the lowest percentage in 1AA FCS history. I like Montana State in this ballgame. I think the Bobcats' defense and running game will be enough to go to Cheney and come away victorious versus Eastern Washington. So I like the Bobcats to take care of business on the road this week versus the Eagles.